Right where we left off. It's like I never left. Oh, I have full steel. I forgot. Yeah, we're already out there. We're already endgame. You've been acting sus lately. Zero sugar. Sierra Mist. Alright. Here we go. So, I forgot everything. Who am I? Oh, wait, no. Okay, we're back. We're back. Indeed. You can't do that in real life, right? Dude, jump, then spin. I used to do that to slow down a little bit. I was going too fast with a co-op partner. Adderspine Road. Wait, east. That's the way. Is there a north? A lot of saves. I guess I'll follow the road. Okay, we're dead. Oh my god. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Alright, okay, my powers. I forgot everything. I'm dead. I'm dead. Hey, Mika. How's your day go? How's your day go? Pretty good. Pretty good. Played a lot of Pokemon Go. Oh. How was yours, Mika? Hope it was good. Good week. I'm full. I can't even pick up anything. I haven't even started looting. I am that heavy now. I am so heavy now. What? Okay. There's no bank. So I probably... Okay. That's alright. That's okay. I have to sell my potions. Do I, Mika? Do I? Yes, I live 4 lives. Streaming, day job, family, and then hobbies. Personal hobbies. Freedom time. The trick is to fuse all those into the streaming category. Do your hobbies on stream. Film your family. Make that your job full time. And you're set. You can do it all day. Just do that all day. Alright. The fusion technique. Order. What's up, Charlie boy? I tweeted a Mega Man Legends tweet just a few minutes ago. Charlie boy, if you want to see that on Twitter. It's pretty sick, bro. Hold on. Okay, okay. True, true. I just got a call from nobody. Okay, okay. Understood. Oh yeah, that's the Munchkin Jess emote. I love Munchkin Jess. She's cool. Isn't she? She's one of the best. Now, she is not a meanie at all. Unlike some people we know. Me? Okay, I mean, no. Alright. I've been acting sus lately. Yo, what's going on in this game? Why do you he just left?
I have no room for that.
Neck. Stop. Stop. What is that? Oh, that's like a sling. What is that? I don't know. Okay, that's their weakness. They do that. All right. When he's 1v1ing, you're it's pretty easy. I have to figure out. I think I need to sell these healing potions. I don't need that many right now. It's an investment. Pee pee poo poo as well. Let me load. Alright, let me go sell these potions. I could drop them, but I don't trust the game. I'm just gonna sell them. I don't trust the game. I hope I don't keep dying. Since if I sell these potions, then I need them again. That's gonna be a problem. I mean, they're not that expensive.
You have returned. Is it help you need?
Is it help you need? True. Beast of Burden. 7 arrows. Tough call. You've been acting sus lately. Boom, 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 boom. I'll keep 2. This is getting a little... Huh. That's fine. Whatever. Boom. We're going all in. Boom. That's not even going to help that much. What are you saying? Yo, I had a hot chocolate today, Mika. It was very good. It was really good, actually. What was it? It was Swiss Miss. I put 2 packets in a 12 fluid ounce cup, and it was so good. I was like, wow, this is the best hot chocolate I've had in a while. I enjoyed it very much. That's something that happened today. Age. How would it know your age? Oh, I mean, I think it's followage. It's followage. Followage? Followage. This is guns? Yeah, we're doing good here. This is fine. IRL. I mean, I could just not say it, but I'm 29. What's the big deal? 29. I feel like if you think about it enough, you start to age. Just don't think about it, and then you'll stay young. Just don't think about it. But once it gets in your head, then your body's like, okay, he knows he's aging. Let's start to increase the wrinkles, turn up the wrinkles, turn up everything. I'm tricking my body. It doesn't know. Ignorance is hacks. It's hack. It's a hack. I'm a hack, is all I'm saying. What's up, fart? MT. It's a capital MT. Yeah. I feel like I'm 1 minute old, honestly. Like I just came out of the womb. I feel all toasty. I feel like my bottom's been smacked. by someone with a PhD out of tradition. I don't know why. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that hurt. I'm scared. Hold me. Uh-oh. Seems like there's an imposter among us. Oh, his head fell off. Nice. I remember I had to go back to bank before as well here. I think because we bought the armor right off the bat. That's the mistake. It's too late now. Your Twitter says 1890. Well, you know, I lied. I'm not actually 29. I'm 100 and whatever that is. Yeah, I didn't want to tell you. Oh! I want HP. That's not good.
I need more ammo.
This doesn't look good, actually. That was electric. Twit. Yeah, that was cool. I was watching a playthrough. Well, I am both. I'm actually. I didn't really lie. I'm both ages. I'm all the ages. Okay? I am non-age. You know, non-binary? I am non-age-ary. Okay? I don't conform to your numbers, okay? That bush is actually moving. A wing go up, a wing go up. I never noticed that. The bush, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to animate that bush. But they did. They did it. This is actually, I'm not sure if I can win this. It's gonna be a weird playthrough where I just kind of hide. I can take 1v1s. Those are fine. There's like Canifis in RuneScape. Oh! Then there's 3 of them. 4 of them. Seems there's an imposter among us. If I stop here, I might die. Okay. Oh, mama. Yeah. Everyone died. Everybody died. We both lose. Well, they won, really. Well, okay, I'll go this way. Now we need potions again. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You! Damn it. This is gonna be a long one. This is gonna be a long playthrough. Man, why do I make these games that I love less enjoyable? Why? Why did I do this? It's too late now. We've gone too far. We'll get the achievements, that's why. The achievements are my curse. You shouldn't really care about them. Oh my god. Like, how are you supposed to do that? Oh! There's an imposter among us. I'm dead. Alright, let's go to the bank. So I put my air conditioner in today. And it's really nice, but it's noisy. I have to fix that. I can fix that. I'm gonna recall. Really shouldn't, but I already did.
You have returned.
This is tough. Oh, extra healing. 169, that's a lot of money. I'll buy 3. We do a little healing here. Mika's trying to start a riot. He lied to us. This streamer said one thing, but it's not true. It's not true, I tell you. Look at all these guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Can you believe it? Oh no. Why did she fall like the Penguin in Batman Forever? I mean, Returns. The Penguin death. She has the Penguin fall when he dies. The plank death. Or I'll go this way. There's death every way you go. There's no hiding. What the? You sussy baka. Let's try this again. For the 8th time. Oh no.
This'll teach you.
Is that hurting him? I think it is. Nope.
This'll teach you.
Oof. He's got like cuts on his arm. That's cool. Very cool detail there. These remind me of cookies. These outer layers of dirt. Not sure why. Circle. Is that the best way to go? I don't think it's the best way. You know, in the middle, there's a bunch of enemies, so maybe this is. We're just going on the outskirts, pulling like 1 enemy or 5. A sage. Oh no. That's not good at all. I got an arrow. Oh no! Oh, it's ice. It's an ice. The ice bow cometh. Oh no, should have saved it for a better enemy. $113, not bad. Weight's good. The weight. Solgren. Action game. Yeah, we repetitive. Keep killing reptiles in game. Save location. That's not good at all. Just die. Pro. Oh! Using that stun to my advantage. Your game has been saved. That's great. That's good to hear. Now I gotta hollow out that map area though. I think Oblivion had an achievement for hiding the whole map. Or one of those games. This blueberry sus. Okay. There could be mold among us. It's too late, I already ate it. It's too late. This is a weird way to play. The future. Why is this bush highlighted? Very important. There's a bush there. So whoever made this map, make sure you mark the bush that's there. It'll be there for a while. These are like what the Koopas would look like in the Mario movie that they made. The Netflix adaptation before there was one. Ah, the old porches. Oh no. Oh, I have full health. Nice. Whoop. He had money in his PP. The meat eaters. What's up, XJ? Ear bleeding. Oh yeah, I can lower it. Because then, when I lower it though, then you can't hear the ambience when it's quiet. It's all messed up. Audio's hard. Yo, who cares about the freaking raid? It's Dark Alliance time though. It's funny? Okay, I'll turn it back. Wait, let me try to get the... let me see. You can hear that, so that's good. Maybe it's my headphones. Yeah, you can hear that. These headphones are trash. Chalimber's Crown? I don't remember that. Music and SFX. I don't think... Did we ever play with damage text? Did we ever see our damage? You know, this part... What's up with these things? Yo, what up? Oh my... Do it again. Wait for it. Now. That's so good. Oh my god, this is where they drop the helmets. I remember that. Oh! At least I'm not dying in one hit. That's awesome. Wait, let me go up to 3. Oh! This is crazy. 131 out of 140. Wait. I'll be back. You have to put it on 1? Wait, let me read that in a sec.
I don't have any more arrows.
Alright. He just never stops. Let me see here what he's saying. If you go on any trending video on YouTube, if you have it on max, you'll blow your speakers. Well, I don't have speakers anymore, but I did buy a new monitor because my other one broke, and it has, I could just listen to stuff on that. On the monitor has speakers. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think the meteor swarm is just that loud. That's just how it be. The one tap. Damn. What did I get here? I'm already strapped. Always keep the default clothing for RP. Always be ready to RP. Even though 0 chance. I mean, well, we've done it. Put it on 1. Wait, hold on. Oh! What? We could try it. Take this. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna turn SFX down. We're gonna turn this up. The music up. Bum, bum, bum. Brilliant. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad at all. Maybe it might be a port thing. It's just loud because the port's kind of weird. I always used the two-handed sword, so I think I did. So this is weird. A unique playthrough style. I never did this kind of style. I don't remember. One tap, run, circle. This map is huge. Alright, it's kind of low though. The I want to hear the birds chirping. Hold on. Let's try this. What is that noise? What is that? That's not bad. That's so good though. Probably gonna use that to beat the final boss. How would I beat her? It's gotta be the meteor. Gotta use the meteor. Alright. We'll see what happens there. I should recall now. Low adding.
You have returned.
Did I? Did I really? keep it 100. I could just, if I ever recall, I can just buy another recall. That's a strat. That's 3 weight. Oh, it's 1 weight each. Okay. I'll just keep 2. You don't want to be stuck somewhere. Ice in general, I remember being really strong. Yeah. I have the ice ball already. The ice ball. I got everything pretty much, except the weapon. But this weapon's good still, for a while. The sword. That's the last thing I need to upgrade, I think. It's like 80k. A staff. Should I get the 2-handed staff? Or you can block with it, so. I never got that one. The electric staff. I think I did get that once. It has 6 damage or 83. 6 to 83 damage. So I don't know. Eldrith probably is weak to electric or something. Let's rock. That's so good. I almost died though. I'm not invincible. Wounding spear. Do different things. I liked your Mega Man setup. I think that's cool. I want to do that with like Oblivion and Morrowind. I think are good games to play like that. Just no cam, no commentary. Focus. Take your time. 100-hour playthrough. That's the future, I think. We're going back to the basics. Yeah. You don't want to force anything. Like, oh my god, lizards! Oh my god, I remember these guys. Wow, nostalgia trip. Guys, the lizards are so crazy though. The lizards. I'm kind of excited to do the gauntlet. Oh god. I'm excited to like beat this and then play again as what's his name? Dritz. I'm excited for that. And I get for the achievement as well on PS4. No one really cares about achievements at all. But finished the campaign, Champion of the Realm on hard, then this one's probably the gauntlet and the other one's probably extreme. The only game I've platinumed on PS4 is God of War 4. No one asked, but I'm just saying. Overhyped. Yeah, then you fall in a pit. 1,000 barrels. Dude, I want to go back to those mines and put all the barrels in one place. There's like 20 you can put in one place if you take your time. Move them all into one place. The beginning of the mine, the Dark Elf mine, has like 20 explosive barrels. This game still, I think it holds up. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I'm used to it. I don't know how this looks to an outsider. If you want to do for your commentary, I mean, for your playthrough with no commentary, you can put subtitles, but no voice. So, I don't know. Just if you wanted to make a comment, it could be there.
This'll teach you.
I wanted to do that with my brother, my older brother, for Pokemon Snap, and we're playing games on Switch a couple times.
This'll teach you.
I was like, we should record this. And, like, I could do a text to speech, record my phone and put on voice to text while we're playing, and record that, and then put it over the video. I will never understand how the graphics are so good in this game. Yo, true. To the uninitiated. Well made. It is well made. It really is. It really is. Well made. I gotta play the other ones. I don't remember which ones we played. I want to play Dark Alliance 2, though. I want to see the story, how it plays out in the second one. I don't remember if it continues. I think it does continue. It is the second one. Ow. It's pretty easy. We learned their technique. This is the League of Legends alpha, pre-alpha. The map is huge. Okay. It doesn't look as polished to me. Champion North and Darklands 1. I think we played anything else. Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, now that you say that. I remember like a desert area in Champions of North. And like the giant golems. That dwarven mine or something. Doesn't look polished. The sequels. Where are we? Maybe they'll make a new one. Oh, they are making a new one. But it's not the top down. They were gonna make it top down, but then they got more. They got more funding, and they said to do more. So they said, okay, we'll make it 3D, which is kind of cool and kind of weird though. I was like, would it be better? I hope it's better. Oh, I'm getting hit. Well, I hope whatever decision they made, I hope it was for the best. The right intentions. Games like Diablo 4. Oh yeah, and the Diablo 2 remake. Path of Exile. I played Path of Exile. It just felt like there was no story. There was no thing. It felt like Dark Alliance, sure, but like I didn't know what was I fighting for. I was just like going around the world for no reason. I don't know, something weird about it. I want to go back to it though. Try it again. Maybe it was just the time. This is the best. This is too good. I like this. This is brilliant, but I like this. Diablo 3 I played, it was like, there's too much. Too much. I want to play that again though. I want to play that again. Do you know what the Fire game was that came with SimCity and Sim Theme Park? What was that game called? What was that game? It was like a demo. I think my older brother knows, but I don't. I forgot to ask him. The fire game. You know what I'm talking about, though. You know what I'm saying. The fire game. Alright, I think I'm dead now. That's what we called it. Strats. That does nothing? Wow, they have a lot of HP. What? Baka. Disgusting.
I don't have any more.
Oh crap. Oh! Hmm. Recall? No. It's too early to recall. Oh man. I don't think he hit me from it. Oh, hacks. Exploited. Dude. Wow. Much wow. Yo, was this in the original? No way. Yo, I'll do this.
My power's too weak.
My power's too weak. My pack won't hold anymore. I am carrying too. I don't know what the dwarf said. I am carrying a mule's load already. Something like that. Wow, easy mode. I feel no remorse for that, for doing that. There's no rules here, except for loading and resaving and loading to get more money. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not a monster. I need to find. Oh, we're full health again. I could. What am I saving for? The sword power. I think I'm gonna try to level up the sword for the final boss. I think that was my strat before too. Oh my god. That's not good. That's the game. They're just leaving. Hitler's like, ah, forget this guy. They're tired of my crap. Damn, the head fell off. Populous. Really? How'd you find that out? I tried to research like for 10 years. Populous the beginning. I looked up like SimCity beta game that came with it or something. Whoops. I have to play that again to find out, like, see if it actually was good. I think the progression in that game made it good or something. Leveling up was satisfying. To learn the fire move. Baka. Oh, he died. I think he was hitting him. That range. This is like one of the first games that has enemies can hurt each other. I love that in game. Oh my god. No. I'm so far back, I think it's over. I should have recalled, man. That's gonna hurt. What did you look up? Populous the beginning. I need to save that. Is that on Steam? I mean, probably not. It was game demo from SimCity 3000. Yeah, I remember the music from that. Boom, 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 boom. I tried to even look up like the soundtrack for SimCity. It wasn't the same one. I'm terrible. I couldn't find anything. I was cursed to never find it again. One sec. Populous the beginning. Here we go. Let me take a look at this quick. The beginning. Oh my god, this is the first time. I haven't seen this in 20 years or whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Oh no.
my name is Social.
Hold on.
We were not alone.
Started, and we're gonna see if we can't become a Red Tribe, the Dakinis, and we see that they have a training hut, and that her followers
demo.
are just kind
Yeah.
of patrolling, looking around.
Demo.
The Vault of Knowledge.
The demo is better. What the freak? This looks so bad. Alright, let me see.
Kai, Ka.
This is not what I remembered. This looks so bad. Hold on. Give it a sec. No. Oh, there you go. That's a little better.
Noctana. Kai, Ka.
Why is there a balloon? Is that RuneScape?
Yatanko.
What's going on here? This is like the intro. This is the end of the world. What the hell? Okay. The demo, PS1. Populous 3. The beginning demo. Here we go.
Hello there, Wal. Why is this?
We'll just have to watch
So
this
I put
guy.
a put plan down, I press spacebar, and nothing is happening. Alright. I can see, it's just, would it just been the demo? I remember the demo version, especially the second level, being very interesting. One of my favorite levels in all of Populous, really. It's that good of a level. Whoa, look at the fast my camera
I don't
move there.
remember
What's
this
going on? Right, let's
part,
go on.
this place. I remember like a grass
yes, there
area.
is.
Like
Shit.
right here. This is what I remember.
Oh, sounds like
This level.
working.
I think this level.
So we've got this, the insert, delete, home, page up, page down, and end keys all rotate the camera. So this has obviously changed after, right? This stone head, which is a bit different.
No.
Towers, we've got towers. What? Just build like a like this. Oh. Yes, and then it's high.
This is kind of like what I remember, but not quite.
going to war. So you've seen this is the
Is this the same
ship and
game?
clear out the rest. Use your it's actually here. We're gonna worship that. We're gonna take these here. We can probably build a tower.
Are you sure it was this one?
Some creates a deep bog. Not the shaman, just troops. Okay. Okay, let's build a few more huts. In that direction, earthquake this. A new strategy with more events
That was
followers.
the.
Destroy
That
the
was
enemy
it.
with boats and balloons. Bastards. Conquer 25 worlds and achieve your destiny.
Nope. I remember. I can't be. Really saw that level. I only saw like the thing. Demo hack.
Hello, Wildman. Let's play the rolling demo. I'm just kidding. We're not going to play it. But did you know how it did that? Up on the keyboard and then press.
I don't know.
You on?
I have to find that specific
Oh,
area that I remember.
And doing are unique AI playstyles. It's also handy to know that if this is where through all 25
It's like
levels,
one area. Maybe because you guys were
What
playing
happens
it,
to the ro-
and like I just saw that one area.
the
It
rolling
looks
demo.
like this area a little bit.
It showcases 3 levels.
I don't remember it. Oh, okay. What? Well, interesting. I don't want to go back because I died. I'm really far back. I think I am. I have to recall more. Dude, I can't believe I died again. Oh my god. I don't even know how far back I am really. I don't even know. I'm just gonna be stuck here for a while. It sucks. It sucks because you have to stand still for too long. That's the weakness. It's like, yeah. It's a close range attack. Damn, dude. Stop throwing those spears. Oh, his spears went off his body. That's a weird effect. Wait, does that mean he has no more? Let's see. Oh, he still has some. That's just the visual effect. No, we're almost leveled up again, though. That's a good thing. It should shoot. It should burst around you. Not burst around you. It should have been a thingy. Oh, I can't read. This one's closer. It should have been damage over time. Maybe. You know, Two Worlds would be a good game to just no commentate as well. Out of burst around you. That's cool though. Wait, does the sword transform when you level it up? Into like a scimitar? It should. Oh my god. Critical 50. Now I'm angry. I'm not messing around anymore. That's how I use the meters to kill those big frost giants. And circling them. That's my strat. Circle Mega Man Legends, every enemy, circle them, and you win. It holds true in a lot of games, I think. Circling the enemy. Because they're not... The enemy is not designed to attack you to hit you where you're gonna go all the time. Well, some do actually. I'm gonna die again. No. Let me think. Oh. There's no shot. Holds. I got him. I did it without getting hit. What the heck? Where is he throwing that spear? What? What? He's like throwing it high up. What the? That's weird. That's just the effect. Oh god. Oh my. Yeah. I gotta finish these guys. Dude. What are the chances? I'm so... There's no way I'm gonna be able to beat this. I need to save again. I should recall. I'm gonna recall again. I need to buy potions.
You have returned.
So they supposedly had books about this story, this specific world, or something. Need potions, sells potions. You got the shocking burst staff, or I could buy the morning star +3. 33 to 45 or 9 to 93 with electric power. Ice Mithril Longsword 12 to 63. 30 to 57 Mithril Morning Star. What do you think? Staff? You can block with the staff though. Well, I think, oh yeah, they can hit you though. I block a lot, but do I have to? Probably not during the final boss. It's all about the final boss. What are you gonna do at the final boss? How are you gonna deal with her? Oh no. What? My plan right now is just to use the sword, the floating sword, meteors from behind. Oh, I forgot to buy potions. Well, GG. I could have saved there too. Okay. Just don't die. Just don't die. I mean, all the bosses have been not too bad actually. After the tentacle eye guy, like we just kept getting better. The better equipment. Oh. Ice Dragon. Ice Dragon looks really strange. Very unique looking. Where's he going? No cutscene, just yep, he's here. From 20 years ago, all the reviewers were like, that part was kind of climactic. Anticlimactic. So that's Meteor Melee run around. Yeah. That's sometimes life is anticlimactic. This game is more realistic. You just die in a cave. There's no cutscene. There's no cutscene in real life. Sometimes you just die. Super scary sound. That ice place makes a scary sound when we're climbing the mountain. Yeah. The air. The air is scary. I didn't kill these guys yet. I didn't save. This will teach you. Is it faster just to do the one slash? Climber's Crown. Oh, oh. I remember this. I'm leaving. I just run away. All right, wait, we gotta kill everybody here first. Before we go to the west, we have to kill all the buffalo. That's pretty much the mentality here. We must destroy all the enemies. The XP though. Oh my god. Holds. Oh man. Oh, he killed his friend. That's awesome. Good hit. Oh no. Oh no. The Sonic 2 movie. Okay. Oh. Dude. Okay, I'm running. You watch Sonic? Yeah, it was cool. It was a good movie. It's a shame that it didn't get recognition at the Oscars. What the frick? It was the last movie played before COVID and stuff in the theater. And it was good. Didn't get any awards or nominations. Is that true? No one cares. No one cares anyway. Oh my god. I'm just saying. Just because Brad Pitt's not in it. Yo, what the freak? The poison guy. He's too good. What does the Oscars matter? There it is. There it is. You said it, Fart. You said it. I'm just saying. Who's this Oscar guy, and why is he not watching Sonic? He's not a Sonic fan? He probably likes Mario. Mario Golf coming out soon. Yeah, the Sonic movie, I liked it. I didn't, yeah. I saw it, basically. I think it's cool. I find it funny that Jim Carrey had to research Sonic to play the role, probably. Like, what did he watch to prepare for Robotnik? Did he watch all the Sonic Adventure cutscenes? Just picturing Jim Carrey watching Sonic Adventure playthrough.
I don't have any more arrows.
Oh! Maybe he didn't do any research. He just was told to be an evil scientist. A scientist who, you know, just who Dr. Robotnik was. Just be smart. And Jim Carrey. Be smart and Jim Carrey. To Meteor or not to Meteor? Let's try the fire game again. It's good because it stuns them. Aw. Oh no! I was close. I should have died actually there. I should have died there. He had like a random sidekick for no reason, but it worked well. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it was brilliant. The lattes.
My power's too weak.
All right. That guy's like, I forget it. I like how they just run away. They just give up fighting you. Oh my god.
I'm out
Oh
of
no!
arrows.
Maybe he's faking it. I swear if I die here, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry here if I die here. My air conditioner's on. Damn. Why do I have to be cold?
I don't have any more ammo.
Sonic, the Sonic movie. Probably the best video game movie. Probably adaptation to a movie. Like IRL. No. Okay. No need to do that though. I mean, Super Mario Brothers. The Goombas though. The Goombas though. I just have nothing else to talk about, so we're going for the bottom of the fruit. The bottom of the barrel. Sonic better game? Better movie game? Oh. I'm out of stuff. That's it. Dude, what is that? Gas. I'm still in the forest. This is a big area. It's like the Champions of Norath area. Forests. Who would have thought forests would be in other D&D games? Impossible. You just try to kick me? He has an axe, and this guy tried to kick me first. So many strats here. Okay. They die at the same time. They don't make it easy for me, like one dies, then the other dies after. It's like they both die at the same time. They have the same health. Who's he attacking? What? Oh. Instead of using their weapon, they kick. They're critical. They want to start with... Oh! Yeah, they want to finish with the axe. Get you off balance. That's the lore. You don't start with the axe. They expect you to start with the axe. That's why you kick them first. It's brilliant. Let me see. Boom. Axe, axe, foot. The same thing. Mother's Day. Okay, I will. Okay, I will.
Teach you.
This is a huge area. Jesus Christ. Blasting music that is probably... I love hearing people in their cars parked... What, on my microphone? Because that happens. Yeah, I don't know. Something about this game. I don't know. It has like a very strong story behind it. It's not... I don't know if it just feels like it all matters, man. Even though it really doesn't. I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm biased. I don't know what to think about it. Is it bad? No, it's cool. It's got solid characters, solid bosses, memorable moments like the dwarf in the mine who died. That random... He could have... They could have made him just be dead when we found him, but they made him die. They made everyone watch him die. The plot of this game. Well...
You
So...
have returned.
Oh, she came back
Is
to
it
life.
help you
Eldrith
need?
came back to life from the swamp and made Baldur's Gates and is sending evil people to different areas. This is her swamp. Is that it? Eldrith, she died in battle. The two shamans fought each other. The king. Wait, was that the king? Wait, who the hell? I don't know. Wait, who is Eldrith? The king was she just a random warrior? She was a queen? I forgot. All I know is that I must kill. Ring of Strength. I got the protection on right now, though. Should I get strength instead?
You have
It is her
returned.
swamp. It's very fitting. That's basically what she did. The battle for the swamp. This guy would be Shrek, though.
You have returned.
Shrek.
Is it help you need?
Shrek, if the movie was made in 1968, that's the kind of character it would look like. You have returned. He's pretty sus. At the end of the game, he's like, heh heh heh, I got him. I don't know what happened. Did he trick us? I thought he tricked us, but it seems like he just told us like what he wanted to do. I think he wanted us to die though too. He wanted the player to die at the end. Oh, all right. 1 to 40 damage. What else should I get? People have been saying, someone told me Melf Acid Arrow, but I don't think that was that good. Just take the player with them. And she became good as she died. Oh! Maybe she comes back in Dark Alliance 2. We didn't play it right. We don't even know. Probably not. Probably not. Come back here. League of Legends strat. Is there an option to have her so she's not good when she dies?
This'll teach you.
I like how co-op is just like you're just another guy. Thank you so much for freeing me. And other guy? Other guy who's there? Dude, the meters are basically that. That's just a bunch of bombs. Oh no! That was close. I can't hit nothing. You have to actually... You can't use the meteor right when you get on the ground. You have to stand still for like 2 seconds. The Alpha of the Mines. Oh yeah, it starts to talk. Dude, I'm not even done exploring the area. I remember like we go back to this place and there's still like enemies around. Like, what the hell? We didn't kill this guy? There's like one guy just walking around.
This'll teach you.
120 out of 140. All right. Yeah, I think it's faster just to do this. Circle them with one hit. Oh yeah, I was gonna level it. Oh no, the meter you can't. Oh no, he's gonna get me. Ah. Classic. Weapons just flying off. The wreck! Oh man. Hold. A camp. Okay, I did buy a recall potion. Meteors. Here I could fire shields. I don't think we ever used fire shields. I remember the lightning bolt.
My power's too weak. My power's too weak.
72 per second damage. 26 per second. But takes more. Energy 40. I know. Energy 27. 18. I think that's actually way better. Whoops. We're dead. I messed up. Is that way better? I should probably get that. It only costs a couple. Stuns too? What's with this elf arrow people talking about? 5 energy, 18 to 28 damage each. What? Wait, what? That's pretty good. I got the health regen, but it doesn't really, I don't really notice it. Mana regen, what a waste. Did I level that up? The sword though. It's 1 to 40. 25 energy. Is it an upgraded sword? It is. It's not a dagger. Now it's a short sword, I think. Oh, it's good though. Yeah, you don't have to aim or anything. What do you think? I'm not sure how many more levels I'm gonna get. I don't remember if there's a limit. Oh, I didn't even. Oh no! Wait a minute! I didn't sell anything. What? Who am I?
You have returned.
Byreka Bloods. Yeah. I noticed that. Dude, I think it happened before, but I couldn't go back. I should really keep some arrows, but it's too late. Rank 1 to 5 is 50 damage. Is that good? True. You know, the one though. Remember, I think we got like the barter trait, so it was cheaper. That was like such a waste. I kind of like the fire shield though, but we're limited here. We have to choose wisely. That final boss will kill you otherwise. I think it's too late. We had to go all in on the sword though. I think it's too late to do anything else. We have to go all in on the sword now. We can name it. The sword will be called Bab. Bab. The sword. Yes. Alright. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, you have to. Gotta do it. I like that it changes to a different sword. I'm pretty sure it's different. We'll see next time. 15, 11, 4. Okay. 15, 8, 10, 8. Alright, alright. It's free damage. I wish you had like a motorcycle during this part. Get around easier. It's funny how the jumping makes you faster. That is hilarious. It's like a golf course. Some people just randomly yell in the distance. I don't know what that was. Some guy's has a chainsaw running. I hope he's not, I don't know what he's doing there. Boom. We're almost done here. I think we're done. That's it. I probably missed something, but you know, we're good. The black scimitar, too good. All right, let's go to that new area. I think it's up here. Was there another area? Is this the only exit? Or is there another one? I don't know. Chamberlains. I guess we'll just keep going this way. We made it. Victory. We're just trying to get money now. Money. We need money. We've got to have money. Pretty sure the only other place. Third act is a lot linear. The Tower of Death. Oh yeah, what happened to the quest? Like the first area had quests, now it's like nothing. The second area had that. This one's just like desolate. Good call. The music. I think if I kill him, it goes. The item goes into the water. I think I remember that. He's not gonna come here.
I'm out of arrows.
Shriek, Shrek. No one wants to talk. Tons of dwarves. Nobody wants to see the dwarves. They're just doing their own thing. They're down bad. Oh no! This could be the end. What if no death run. If I die, that's it. I got lucky. Oh! Had that circle. Oh, that's actually a trap. Don't follow them. It's like Gears of War Horde mode. Don't follow the Horde. Their mission is to go to you. I like how they just refuse to attack you if you're near them, no matter what. They'll never attack you. This reminds me of the beginning of Dark Alliance 2 or whatever. Maybe that's Champions of Norrath. I don't know which one. Hmm. I'm gonna save here.
My power's too weak.
Oh no. Jeez. Alright, hold on. Burning Hands, still good. That taught him. Oh my god. He died. Okay. I didn't mean to do that, but I'll save. I think he can hit me though out of shields. This guy's not like those dagger guys from the mines. They hit you sometimes, even if you jump. Or was that the other? There's another enemy that does that. All right, we're dead. Dude. How am I gonna survive the tower? Maybe I should get that. I should have got those poison arrows. The sword lives. The sword. The sword is the main character now.
I don't have any more arrows.
Epic music. You have no arrows. This is bad, isn't it? Oh no. I'm gonna have to recall just to get health potions. That's fine. You know. It's fine, because you get like 100 coins per kill or something. We'll see. You pee-pee! Oh no. Oh, I still had some of that. You must die. Yeah, you get a bunch of... Ah! Oh, he died. Worth it? Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's fine. That's a good strat, I think.
You have returned.
Protection plus 4? Yo, oh, we already had that. Let me buy some arrows. Wait, 27. Yeah, that's good. Yep. Oh my god. Hold. I can pull them one by one. I could do that. That's boring though. Let me just kill this guy first. Oh my god! Alright, we're pulling one by one. The fire hurts me. Alright, here we go. Oh. Oh no. Alright, here we go, here we go. Meteor, come on, baby. Yeah. Oh. Not worth it. Holds. Now. I think I can kill one guy from that. Oh my god. Oh, I need more mana potions. Oh no. I think they're hurting their own teammates. It's like the orb battle. That guy's having a bad day. Oh, yeah, that could have killed me. This place is hell. Alright, so wait. Eldrith died, and then like over the years, like these swamp guys, Treks, came to life. So, and then Eldrith came back and is trying to reclaim the swamp, but it's already occupied by other people now. They were always there. Oh, the shamans. Was he one of the shamans? I don't know. Oh, Eldrith was trying to fight, or the king. And maybe Eldrith was working for the king and died in battle. We'll see what Eldrith says. Oh my god! Right, now that I'm here, though, I can buy more potions. Wait, how far back is this?
You have returned.
Is this the right one?
Is it?
We're gonna find out. No, the swamp people are evil. They joined her. I don't know. You know, the lore master doesn't even. Wait, how am I this far back? Okay, actually, it makes sense. All right, let's try this again. Oh. Oofy. Stop. Nice. A safe. I remember this one. This exact save. Amaroth invited me over. Well. Are you gonna go? Eldrith is doing a hot tub stream on top of the tower. That's why they want they want her to stop. She's doing a hot tub stream up there. Oh, yeah. Dude, those spears hurt. Dude, wasting my potions. Got one back. What? Oh, man. Hell, just doing a hot subject. All right, progress. That works. What if I try to punch? How much damage do I do? 3. Kick only run. That's a fast kick though. It's only you can't do a combo, it's just that's the one kick. A left, what was that, a right? Left kick, right kick? Oh, hit the roof. Come on. Come on. Give me some back. Does it matter what direction you're pointing, or is it always the same direction it falls from, depending on where you are on the map? Yep. Hold now. Hold now. All right. Now finish him off. Pretty good strat. As long as I don't die. Oh. Cauldrons. Cauldrons. Oh man, I feel like I should save again. That's good. Oh no. 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 I can't do it again. Oh. Damn. Get him, sword. All right, Burning Hand sucks.
My powers
Oh
too
shoot.
weak.
Yeah, I need a. I'm just gonna recall. All right.
You have returned.
Get that small one out. Always buy the recall first. Couple of heals. A lot of heals. Maybe some arrows? No. Alright. We got the recall. Make sure I sleep too.
You have returned. Is it help you need?
Guard me while I rest. Boom. Strategy. Okay, we're back. Recall is pretty OP. Oh. Would it be cheaper just to buy recall potions? Teleport back, rest, and then recall back and keep using Meteor? Wait, use Meteor. Recall. No, it wouldn't. Oh, God. Spawn the loot button? Oh, spam it. Yeah. But then we started sharing, and it made it way easier. Or I think we did. Okay, you take this, I'll take that. I think that's why I already have full gear, because you get all the loot, single player. All the loot is yours. Wow, that was awesome. 1 second. 0.1. Yeah. It's like, did he even drop anything? It's just RNG at that point, whoever gets it. Hey, I got a mace. I got the bow. Or you get both items. Sweet. Oh, I remember these pots. Dude!
I'm not strong enough to carry
Am I
you.
strong enough? Now I am. That was fast. What if I teleport now? I'm afraid to teleport when enemies are right behind me. I don't think that's a good idea. XP isn't equally shared, though. What? Oh, I remember that. Wait a minute. Dude. Is it? I think XP wasn't shared, right? Dude, it wasn't. It is? No way.
You have returned.
I actually don't remember. I think it wasn't
Does it
shared.
help you?
Remember, like, okay, I'll kill this enemy. Get the XP. I need to kill some monkeys from some XP. Oh, if the other guy died. Maybe? I don't remember. Probably right. I'm pretty heavy right now. That's okay. Joe Cool, welcome. I believe the one who killed the enemy got more. Well, I'm not sure about that at all. I don't. That's. Gotta get into the code. There's a lot of weapon racks here. Gotta be careful. Games nowadays, it's all about numbers. And people cared about. I don't know, this game wasn't out. Maybe. Just go for the weapons. Nice. Loot crates. Why does it make that sound? Longsword +2. It's on top. 134. Getting heavy. Just a recall. Extra heavy build right now.
You have returned.
Why are you looting? Why are you looting? Yeah, but we changed it later. Like we did better. We shared it later. We took turns. After we beat the game like 400 times, then we started to take turns. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be looting them first. Because if they drop loot, then I can't pick it up. Remember that so much. Hope it's not PTSD. It's the good remembering. It's the good one. 126. It's satisfying when you catch it. I just remember that lizard guy creeping away when the tower falls. He's just creeping. He's like, I'm did it. Someone just pooped in the lake. You heard that? Make sure I got all the stuff. They could have made like a horde mode here. Every game has horde mode now. Not really. They should. They should. Not really. Oh! It's not poop. I just forgot I had stickers in my pocket. Unwrapped. It was unwrapped. Pre-unwrapped. Trying to use the meter. I need more. Still enjoy Meteor Swarm, but after finding out how OP Ball Lightning gets... What did I press? I hope it... I hope I didn't press the delete your whole game button. Just delete your whole game. Well, it's good I'm learning about this after I already spent all my points on everything. So much more fun. You don't have to be close. Ah, crap. Dude, I didn't know that. Where were you from day one? No, the blue cube slime are all immune. Oh, the wisps and the final. Oh, I think I remember using the electric and like it didn't work against the final boss. Where am I? Okay. Oh, I forgot to poo poo. Wait, what? I'm already heavy again. Okay, I'm not that far back, actually. Hard spots spoils the game. True. The orb, though, I used to use the orb thing. I just forgot about it.
I have no room.
Whoa. Poop. I forgot the glitch where the items disappear if you leave it on the ground. I'm gonna have to do this like this.
You have returned.
The ball lightning. Well, it's too late. Can I still max it out? Probably not, right? Damn it. Oh well. This is the build I made. I have to see if I can win now with it. I will either win or die. I'll probably win. There's always a way. There's gotta be a way. Are there more weapon racks than I remember now? Did I upgrade the death? Did I update the death counter? Does anyone actually care about the death counter? One more death and we hit 100. One more death. $99 deaths. The items disappearing was patched. Was it? Okay. I like how I played this game day one and it's like, we fixed the lighting issue. I was like, wait, there was a lighting issue? Damn it. We fixed the problem with the whole game that you shouldn't have played since day one. Oh, thanks. Already beat the game. We patched the crappy beginning part that you shouldn't have played. Oh, okay. That's cool. It's just a miracle this is actually re-released. Re-released. Let alone them making a new game. I'm just happy about that, TBH. been acting sus lately. Killed me 4 times, think on normal. Maybe 2 times on extreme, maybe. Maybe? Let me guess, it was Parappa the Rapper. It was, I don't know. I'm surprised you don't fight this guy in this game. Don't say if you do later. Don't spoil it. No spoilers for the other ones. Warhammer. Now I don't need heal potions. How does that work? What happened? We can test the theory that items stay on the ground. We're going to test the theory right now. Here we go. This will be fun. What? They're floating. That's how they patched it. They just made everything float. Naked and Afraid. This time on Naked and Afraid. Oh, whoops. I have Amulet of Protection, +4 and 2 +3s. Look, they're gone. It's not patched, but they're invisible. How do I know if they're all there? What if it's not all of it? Why is it invisible? What if now I don't know where my items are? No. Acting kind of sus lately. Yeah, was there? Didn't I already search that one? No. There's so many weapon racks. Okay, that never happened to me, but I never tested it out like that. What? What? Are you playing on PS4 Pro? What console you on? Where are you spending your nights? Alright, I keep dying in this middle area. What happened? What just happened? Where am I? Okay. What the frick just happened? Where'd he go? He died? Wait, I don't know what happened. I just went to their time warp. I still have an original Xbox One. The original. You say that like it's an old console. Oh no, 100th death incoming. Nope. What will the 100th death be? Leave a comment in the likes below. What if I never die again? Oh, this guy looks different. The tree was blocking him, though. I hope that wasn't unique to that one guy, because the tree was blocking him. Ouchie, ouchie. Yeah, sometimes, I like remasters, but sometimes I just want to play the original thing. Just so there's no mistake that this is what it was. This is what it is. This is this. It's like a jinx. That's okay. I've jinxed myself so much that it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. You can only go up now. You can only go up. Right? Okay. Ooh, that hurt. Poo-poo? Die. Down with ye. You can access the cheat menu. I tried that because I wanted to play Eldritch. Oh, Dritz, I mean. But it doesn't work when you try to play as Dritz. But I'm not using any cheats right now. I'm playing hard on a fresh character for the first time, I think. And it's been pretty unique experience for me. I'm not gonna do anything sus right now. Like loading stuff in, loading items in or anything. This is what you get. This, what you see is what you get. We out here. The recent patch, no. Dritz. Dritz. Oh. It's back. Yeah, I tried the warp one. That's pretty cool. You can just teleport to the final boss, level 1. Let's just fight Eldritch right now. We could actually do that right now. We could. Wait, I think there's more back here. Everything but Dritz, of course. Everything I wanted. I wanted to play, originally I just wanted to play this, replay this as Dritz. By the time you get Dritz, you're kind of just tired of it. It's like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'll play later. 20 years later. Okay, let's play again. Oh, I have to play the game again. I have to beat it again. That's cool though. Who's your favorite character to play? Joe Cool, since you seem like an expert. I'm interested to see what you say about your favorite character. If it's Dritz, then name like what's one of the default characters you like to play.
This'll teach you.
Who is your starter Pokemon?
I'm out of arrows.
Water savings. Okay, let me check back here. I think I missed something here. No? Really? Okay. What's the time? Well, you can be in one place or several. Alright. Dritz. I think we're going into the gauntlet area, right? I don't know. The castle? Oh my goodness gracious.
This'll teach you.
Oh my goodness gracious. Alright. And then put a save right here. That's weird. I guess for people who don't want to go to the next area until everyone's dead, they put the save there. Embler's Chambers thingy. Got a dentist appointment tomorrow. Oh boy. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. That's okay.
This'll teach you.
No.
This'll teach you.
130. 130 weight. Or what happened? Oh yeah. What the? Oh my god. Still a rookie. Oh no. Recalling Filbert Grape. Good to have you. I'm eating grapes right now.
Welcome to the warrior race.
I have one grape left. So I'm really eating grape. I'm eating grape.
You have returned.
Grape. You have returned would be a good follow alert. You have returned. Even though you haven't been here. But, yeah. Some health there. More health. Do you chew the grapes? Chew them. Who the heck swallows the grape whole? Who? Who the heck does that? What? No. What? No, no, no. Don't tell me you know someone who does that far. Oh no. No. Dude, it's so... How'd they still alive? The meter's trash. Well, I did. You do, or was it an accident? No way. You eat grapes? Like every grape you swallow whole? Do you normally just swallow the grapes whole? No. No, no, no. Like normal. Every grape you just swallow it whole? What? I've never heard of such a thing. Seems pretty sus. Do a spin around their body. Dude. I'm gonna stop doing frontal attacks. I'm getting less patient. Less patient.
My power's too weak. This'll teach you.
Okay. I think the center has something in it. Something big. I don't remember exactly. Bar's being quiet now. Dude, 100th death, 100th death, 100th death. We made it. 100 deaths. I was swallowing a grape whole. I was swallowing a grape whole. Dude. Okay. Oh no. What? That was a good one. To center it just perfect. Think about it. He's running. Big loot. Spiked staff. Yeah. I think I got a amulet or something. What? Ring of protection. Okay. I didn't have my shield on. How'd that happen? The water effects. It's all flooded. Is the old city that they were talking about. The old city. It's the old city. They were talking about it. Oh my god. Well, that was our trump card. It didn't work. Oh no. The inner keep. That worked. Just needed one more. Save it. Don't touch the cauldron. I can shoot through those things.
I don't have any more arrows.
Damn it. Back. Is he saying back now? Ooh. No, you didn't. That's pretty fast. stab. I wasn't attacking him for a second. He was friendly.
I don't have any more arrows.
Crap. Yeah, there's a center area there. Oh my god. Got our work cut out for us here. Ouch. One small potion left. I think when it explodes, it does damage too. Oh, a great sword. Can't wield it. The sorcerers cannot use this weapon type. True. I wonder if that's gonna be like that in the new one, Dark Alliance. Hello? I'm almost dead, actually. I'd be careful. If I die here, oh man. This is very close. Oh no! $120. Okay. Man.
You have returned.
$50K. 48K. I got some cabbage. Cabbage is pretty sus. Oh! Smells like farts. Maybe it's a Polish thing. It's probably a preference, I guess. You like the smell personally, not because of your other things. Yeah. Cabbage? I mean, cooked cabbage might smell weird. I think, like steamed cabbage. Like regular. Wait, what is cabbage? Is lettuce cabbage? I don't know. I don't know. Two quests. Yeah, like go pick up that chair in the castle. Yeah, this is like this is not a game anymore at this point. This is just like death. It's like this. This is the real. This is like real crap. Eldrith will kill you. This is not a happy game anymore. There's no cute boss like big eyeball, a cute dragon. No, Eldrith will kill you. You must get to her through a bunch of Shreks. Oh god. Tedious. I can see that. Oh. Yeah. Even with co-op. There was just a lot of swamp area. They could have done more like with like the old city. For sure. Some rewards here. I'm gonna teleport again. Chapter 2. Yeah, some more quests, like the find the beer in the cellar kind of. That was cool, but it was simple, but it was fun. It was something to do. Amulet Protection 2. Thanks, Lagoza. Lagoza. Bella Lagoza.
Welcome to the warrior race.
He said it, not me. What was it gonna do? Right, that's it. We're good. 120. Oh, I shouldn't have. It's too late now. Now it's really too late. The effect around the weapon is like 1 pixel width thing. Mithril spear. Well, everyone's dead. Okay. You don't move that much faster, really. When you jump. Do you? Use it only for combat.
You have.
It does make sense how this guy has so much currency. I guess he picked up it all. It's like a whole town. Sure, a whole city could have the currency. A dwarven mine camp could have the currency. But then this random lizard guy, he has like $1 billion. Wait, I think I said that before. I think I heard that in the video as well. I'm getting deja vu here. What's up? Welcome back, Charlie Boys. You've been here before, right? Today? You were here today. You were here already, right? Weren't you? You changed your color of your name, or is it just me? We're going into the inner keep, everybody. Oh, I remember this. Oh, the doors. Oh. Harry Potter. Well. The inner keep, though. I could stop here. Maybe going on for 3 hours, though. Just saying. Yo, what up? Woo! Now it's a party. Nice mob killing. Monkeys. Oh yes. 3 hour Andy. 3 hour MT. That's a solid stream. Solid. In my book. Oh, yeah, let's stop here. The bug creatures. I wonder how I'll do now against them. Monkey. I could deal with these guys. What? Oh. Upgrades. You got a book? Digital copy. Digital. Is this where we died? Wow. I got a jewel. Ring of Dexterity +3. Okay. Wait, isn't there? I forgot there's a boss here. Which one is this? The robot? Giant robot guy? Are they calling me a dick? Dick. Nice. This part is cool just because you see their living counters. Oh, true. This is the old city, though. Right? The old kingdom. This is probably where the old king's castle right here. They're just... Oh, yeah, the old... king. Maybe that's who the boss is. He's the old king. Or he might be a protector of him. But he failed. We'll see what he says. Oh god! Damn it, I got trapped. Oh. Oh no! It's going too well. So, I'm liking Meteor a lot. I'll save that for a minute. We can go back that way, actually. Alright, let's see what these guys do. These guys are... Oh. I don't like these guys. Healing potion. It's invisible. What the frick? Why is a healing potion invisible here? What? I can see a hallway there. There's another one. What? This is so buggy. No, that's not cool. Well, I'm not ready. There's some invisible items on the floor you can't see. That's not cool. Because I didn't even place those there. That changes things. They don't care. I killed one. That's promising. Damn. Damn it. I'm still upset about that other death. The monkeys.
I'm not strong enough
Oh
to carry
no.
it.
I'm done. Wait. I'll come back for it. Hey. Can they go in here? Wait a minute. Strategy. Ow. Strats. You can't get in here. I can pick up that Halliburton. Halliburton. All right. No. When did that happen? What do we do now? Do we load? Or hope that a drop comes along? There's no way a drop's coming. Alright, the monkeys. It's up to the monkeys. Recall potion! Nice. Clutched.
No room for
Oh
that.
no, a spiked warhammer though. Oh, now we gotta get more.
I'm not strong enough to carry anymore.
We're dead. Spiked warhammer is there. It's there. Acting pretty sus lately.
I don't
Okay. We might have enough to pick up that Warhammer now.
I have no room for
Damn
that.
it all. That's okay. I'll drop these two things. Boom.
I have no room for that.
Strats. Okay. Buy a recall potion first thing.
You have
No room. I'll have to come
All right,
back for
second thing.
this.
Protection. Third thing. There it is. Aight. Oh, that's not good. I'm dead. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna end here, guys. What do you think? All the time. Dang, Charlie Boy the goat, though. Yeah, I better get off here, guys. It is a Tuesday. It is a Monday. We're dead. That's how it ends. That's how the game ends. Good game.